In this week's episode, Gary has been tasked with providing trail snacks for the start of the 2024 Iditarod Sled Dog Race. Up to the task, he takes you through an 18-hour cook on a pork shoulder for the best carnitas tacos on the Iditarod Trail.
Then Stacey tries her best to keep her composure when she does something for a complete stranger and follower of the channel that just might be one of the weirdest requests we've ever had.
In 2020, we made the huge decision to sell our home in the lower 48 and move north to Alaska to live a way of life free from the hustle and bustle of big city life. Join us here as we share our everyday adventures living free in Alaska.
Well, welcome to Iditarod weekend. Today is Saturday before the race. Today is the start of the big race. Today is the ceremonial start of the Iditarod 2024 down in Anchorage. They do a running of the mushers through town, and then tomorrow begins the restart up in Willow here, just north of us a little ways. And Stacey and I and some friends of ours are going to head out to Scary Tree, 40 miles out from the house or something like that, and watch the Iditarod and cheer on these mushers as they come by in front of us. And I've been tasked with preparing some shredded pork or pulled pork for tomorrow's meal, lunch, whatever it may be, that we're going to enjoy out there on the trail. So I've got myself a nice big pork shoulder here. It's about 9 pounds, so pretty good sized pork shoulder. It looks delicious, and it's going to taste delicious too. So I'm going to get that prepared to go on the smoker.
Hi everyone. I might mention tomorrow is his last day of freedom.
Yeah, I go under the knife tomorrow. I go under the knife tomorrow for
just pretend this is your knee.
for a knee meniscus repair, meniscus root repair they call it. So tomorrow is my last hurrah on the snow machines for the year. It's been a kind of a lackluster year on snow machines for us because of my injury. She can go out whenever she wants, but she chooses not to go out snow machining without me. And then
that's not true.
Well, next weekend, yeah, but
next weekend I'm doing a really big ladies' ride with about 40 other women to a remote lodge, and I'm going to record that and share that adventure with you all.
That's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a bunch of ladies going 90 miles out.
Yep, 90-mile ride
from Big Lake, so that'll be a cool little ride. Now, tomorrow is only about 45 miles, I think it is, that we're going to do. Maybe 50? Not sure how far out it is exactly.
I'm not sure either.
We'll find out tomorrow. But we're going to do it anyway, regardless of how far it is. We're still going. And we're going to take this with us. It's going to be in a different form, though. I'm going to smoke it. It's going to be probably a 16 to 18-hour smoke. So I'm going to get it on the smoker at 3 o'clock or so tonight, and probably pull it off at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, let it rest, and then we'll take it out to the trail. I'll have to sanitize this stuff. So we'll take the pork out to the trail, shred it out there, and then enjoy it. Oh, I should mention. So whenever you do a pork shoulder, it's always nice to use a binder, and quite a few people use mustard as a binder to hold the rub on. Well, I'm going to use what's called Patriot Gold from a local Patriot barbecue truck here. And this is a mustard-based Carolina-style barbecue sauce. It's delicious. So it's gonna go all over this thing.
We talked about them in another video recently, and they cater our annual rally, our RVing to Alaska rally. So we're excited to have them back again this year
and support them as much as we can.
Yeah. And it's really nice. They're neighbors, so
they're not down. They're what, a mile, 2 miles from us. So
yeah, we can easily when we need more rub or mustards, we can call them up and say, hey,
we're running low, because it happens. You use quite a bit of this stuff sometimes. So
I'm gonna get something to clean that off.
There you go. I'll set that there for you to clean off with. All right, now it's time for the rub. Now this is a sweet rub that I put together a while back, but since we're doing more of a shredded beef, or I'm sorry, pulled pork tacos and carnitas tomorrow, I have added a bit more smoked paprika and cumin and a bit more garlic powder to this sweet rub to give it that little Mexican flavor or taco twist, if you want to call it. So we're going to put this rub on here, and this is something I put together myself a little while back, and you know, it's so easy to make your own rubs and spices and such. Everything's available. You can find all the individual ingredients and just mix them together, and when you make your own, you can adjust the flavor profile to your liking, so it's kind of cool. So this is kind of my own little thing here. Really nice. All right, liberally sprinkle the rub all over that pork shoulder with the Patriot Gold barbecue sauce. Get it on the edges, on the sides. And of course, on the bottom. You have to wash this too. And then on this top side where the fat is, the fat cap, I've scored the fat cap a little bit to get some of that seasoning inside those cracks so it gets further down into the meat, and just makes it more deliciousness. Get that edge all covered. Nice. This is looking good. It smells good too. The combination of the mustard sauce and this rub smells really good. And this could be a long smoke. Like I said, 16 to 18 hours or so. And that's just because the meat's got a big piece of meat, and it needs to get to a full internal temperature of internal temperature of around 203 to 205. That way all the connective tissue and everything gets broken down nicely. I'm gonna kind of just rub this around here a little bit in its own juices. Get some more of that sauce on there, more of that rub on there. There's a bunch of extra stuff on the tray. And then, let's see, it looks good. Oh, more over here on this side. Oh, yeah. Clean.
I'm waiting.
I know.
Let me know when you're done.
Okay. Oh, you will be done after this side. Almost. It's going to go on the smoker like that with the fat on top. I like to keep the fat cap up on top. That way the juices kind of run through the meat and flavor the meat a bit more, in my opinion. Others have other opinions, and that's, you know, we're all good for that. We all have opinions, right?
Okay, done with that?
Done with that, thank you.
Yep.
So, there's that pork shoulder, all gooey and grimy, and look at that deliciousness. I'm not going to lick my fingers. I would love to, but not gonna. I'm going to let this sit here for about an hour. Let it get to warmth, let it get to temperature, and let the juices of the meat come out and pull the salts and stuff into the meat, so it gets a much more larger flavor profile within the meat. So I'll be back in just a bit, and we'll put this on the smoker. Oh, look at this beautiful pork shoulder. Been sitting for an hour and a half or so, so it's just about ready to go on the smoker, except I gotta start up that smoker. So let's head outside and get the smoker going. Beautiful day. I mean, oh my gosh, 20, that's lying. It's not 25 degrees, it's cooler than that.
I don't think it's lying.
Okay, it feels cooler than that, but it's so beautiful out here. March 2nd, I can't believe this. And we have over 2 feet of snow on the ground still. It's amazing. I love Alaska. Anyway, back to this thing. I gotta turn this on. We're gonna turn this on to 225 degrees. Can't see it, there it is. And that pork shoulder is gonna smoke for 16 to 18 hours. Long smoke, just because it's such a big piece of meat. Open the lid up here a little bit, let this fire catch. Oh, before I do that though, probably should check my pellet supply. Ooh, a little bit low. I might have to make a run and get some pellets. That'll be enough for a while though. Okay. Open that lid up. RecTeq says one thing, Traeger says something else. I've kind of believe in the Traeger style where you start it with a lid up. That way all the airflow can get into the fire pot as possible, and you don't have any problems with any kind of flame ups. What happens sometimes is people have been starting these up, the RecTeqs, up with the lid closed, and there'll be a bunch of smoke build up, and then at some point that smoke will ignite and actually cause a small explosion inside the smoker. That's never a good thing. So to avoid that, I start my smoker with the lid up. It's not hard to do. It's taken, what, 3 minutes? We've already got some smoke coming out of there. I can smell it. Oh, man. Yeah, I can smell it. Oh, so good. So just a few minutes. I'll let the fire pot get well established with a hot flame. Close the lid. Come back up. Scrape that grate off. And then slap the meat on there. Oh, yes. I've got the pork shoulder on the smoker, looking delicious. And I also added a smoke tube right there. So that's just a tube full of the smoking pellets that I have lit, and it'll provide additional smoke for a few hours while this piece of meat cooks in here in the smoker. Just going to add a little bit more flavor while it cooks. I've got to add the probes, and then close the lid, and we're not going to see this thing for several more hours.
I would say that is a good day. We've got a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eggs. 11 eggs out of 14 layers, not bad. All right. Nothing like a Zamboni driveway.
Yeah, the driveway is just a bit slickery. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we had the warm weather. I don't know what it was. It was a little bit ago we had warm weather, and it glared our whole driveway system.
Well, the warmth and then
the wind blowing all the snow across the driveway, it just made it glare ice. So I've got some traction sand that I'm just somewhat liberally spreading, so we have some sort of traction. So this is our concrete driveway, 8 feet out or 20 feet out, whatever it is. But you can kind of see where the truck drives, there's little mounds, and where the Jeep drives, there's little mounds. The other day I was driving the truck in, and the garage door wasn't all the way open, so I'd slow down a little bit, and the truck slid off those mounds, and I almost hit the side of the garage because I was sliding on the ice so much, so I had to stop as quickly as I could. So I'm going to try to put some traction sand down now to avoid that happening in the future. But yeah, it got slickery out. Hey, what are you doing, Spirit?
He's like, I'm waiting for that gravel.
Oh, it's all over. It's all over. Yeah, there you go. Whoop, still slipping.
Trying.
The ice is so hard right now, the gravel just sits on top. It hasn't really it hasn't melted in at all. So it still is, even though the gravel down there, it still can be kind of slippery because it's just on top of the ice. It's so hard. This morning was only 0, but yesterday morning was like 12 below. So, I mean, we're still cold overnight. So the ice is hard. What? Are you interrupting us? What do you need?
You want inside?
You have to go inside.
Okay, let's go inside.
I guess you want to go inside.
I agree. I want to go inside too, girl. All right.
We're taking too long on that.
She's like, stop talking to them.
Come here. Come here.
Come on.
Here.
Go to daddy.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Come on, sit down. Oh, how you doing? How are you? You're doing good, aren't you? Yeah, you're doing good. So this morning, I took Spirit down to see the vet for her, basically her post-operative checkup, and everything's going really well. The two masses that she had removed, one underneath her armpit down here and one on her hind end, those incision sites are looking very good. The irritations that she was having with those areas are cleared up quite a bit, and she's feeling relief from that. She still does have an issue with her ear over here. The location of the polyps that are in her inner ear, they're way down low near her eardrum, and in dogs, their ear canal is very long, so it's very difficult to get far down into that ear canal to get all the polyps out. They were able to remove as much as they could, but that left a little bit in there still, and there's still a little bit of irritation. And with that, anytime there's something in the ear canal, it's going to attract bacteria and other stuff, and it may not allow the natural waxes to drain out as they should naturally. So it still does create.
What?
So there still is an issue with her ears. They don't drain properly. There is a little bit of irritation in there. So we're probably going to have to continue on a weekly ear cleaning regime and just kind of get used to that. You know, as I've said before, as we all age, we get more expensive to maintain. Not only is Spirit an example of that, but so am I with my knee coming up, and you know, we all have insurance, but insurance only does so much. You still have to put a bunch of out-of-pocket expense into it. So as we all get a little bit older, we all cost a little bit more to maintain. It's kind of one of those funny things. So.
And here's our pork butt. I've been smoking since 3 p.m. and it is now almost midnight, so quite a few hours. I've added a bunch of butter to the top, brown sugar, as well as some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to wrap it in the foil here and then put it in my Dutch oven, in the oven at about 200 degrees until this puppy's done. My target temperature is about 203 degrees. Currently we're 160, so a bit further to go. We got to break through this rest period, so it always takes a little bit further once we hit the stall. Got to break through the stall. So we'll wrap this puppy up, put it in the Dutch oven, and I'll go to bed. Well, I guess I should have thought that out a bit better first. As it turns out, that pork shoulder is too big for my cast iron. For now. So I'm going to actually put it on the broiler pan here and throw it in the oven. And then in the morning time, when it does shrink down a little bit, I'll pull the bone out. Then it'll fit in the cast iron pot, and we'll transport it out with the snow machines out to the Iditarod. So that's what happens at midnight when you're not thinking through everything.
Well, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. This thing has been resting for 4 hours. I took it out of the oven at about 6 and wrapped it in towels. And now we're going to unwrap it and see what kind of magic we have. Again, this is that pork shoulder that we're going to take out on the snow machine trip today to watch the Iditarod Sled Dog Race.
That's a mat.
That's a shower mat, but you know, wrap it in. You got to wrap it in something. All right, I'm gonna get the towels out of here. Actually, gonna put. Let's see. How do I want to do this? It might get messy. Yeah, gonna get messy. So what I'm gonna do is leave that foil down there, where it just feels so juicy. Oh my gosh.
So you have it on your cutting board to catch the...
Well, I can do that. Yeah. Oh, sure. You want me to do that?
Yeah. Just in case so it doesn't go all over the
Oh,
board.
it's gonna go all over. It's gonna go all over. There's a lot in there. I'm gonna use something. God, that went in there so easy. Okay, now the real test.
So it was on the smoker from 3 p.m. till 6 a.m.?
No, on the smoker from 3 p.m. to midnight. So 9 hours of smoke. And then I wrapped it. I added some butter, brown sugar, and apple cider vinegar. Wrapped it up. And I put it in the oven at midnight. And I set the oven temperature for 225. It was going through its stall. So when you cook meats like this, there's a stall period where it just takes a long time to get from 160 to 170. It takes a really long time. And rather than burning pellets, because it's wrapped, it's not getting any more smoke. Rather than burning pellets, I put it in the oven inside. And while sleeping, it's just easier to check the oven than it is to go outside and check the smoker. So that's what I did. And we're done. I want to see how done we are, though. Let's see if I can get this bone out. It's still warm. He's been resting for a couple hours, so still nice and, oh, jeez. That's how you take a bone out of a pork shoulder. That,
Yeah, that
my
took
friends,
0 effort.
that, my friends, is nice and tender. I'm going to place this over here in the pan, and then we'll shred it up. And to transport it, I'm going to put it in one of my cast iron Dutch ovens. And the Dutch oven is in the oven now, preheating. And we'll take that out in the Dutch oven, wrapped up in coolers and such. Or in a cooler, wrapped up in towels. Oh, the smoke penetration is amazing too. All that pink, that's smoke bring, that's flavor, that's deliciousness. Wow. I don't need my bear claws. Almost don't need these. It's so tender, so... And it doesn't seem mushy. I haven't tasted it yet, but it doesn't seem mushy. It just looks like it's just tender and juicy. And really juicy. Here's a good looking piece. That'll do. Just gonna kind of pull this a little bit. I don't want to drop it on the floor for Sophie. She doesn't need any of the pork.
Yeah, I see you already got a piece on the counter.
It's right here, not on the floor.
Not like the other night.
Oh yeah, something happened the other night. We were making steaks. Something happened. That might end up on the video somewhere. Put this into the Dutch oven now. To get out of the oven.
And there's the little one.
Waiting for droppings.
What?
Where is it at? Where is it at? It didn't take anything to shred. And I heated up the Dutch oven just because it's going to be a 2-hour drive or ride, and we're not even leaving here until like noon, 12:30 or so. So
For another hour and a half.
yep. And when we get to the spot, I've got a single burner butane stove that I'll set this cast iron pot on, and that will keep this pulled pork nice and warm. Well, that'll be nice. Oh yeah, that's just looks so good. Spirit came over here. I think she smells it. Dad, you're cooking something.
What you looking for, Spirit?
Leftovers, droppings, whatever you got for me, I'll take it. I'm sure that there's multiple layers of liquid in here too. Oh yes. Oh. Why waste that juice? Why? What? Get all that in there. Yummy, yummy.
All right, it's gonna be a good day.
Look at that. Hardly any drippings. I did good.
All right, I gotta feed my starter.
I gotta feed my wife and me.
Well, good morning and happy Iditarod 2024 restart day. Today is Sunday, I believe it's March 4th. Does that sound about right?
No, March 4th.
That's your surgery day.
Oh,
So I guess today is March 3rd. But
One more day of life.
Gary goes under the knife tomorrow. I'm sure we'll be bringing you some of that. But today is an exciting day. We're going to go out with our friends and watch the Iditarod restart. Today we learned from last year, so we're bringing snacks, meals, food, drinks, music.
All the good stuff.
I think even maybe a fire pit. Is a fire pit coming?
No fire pit.
No fire pit.
But we do have we'd have a way to reheat the pulled pork.
That's true. We have a camp stove. But lots of fun stuff today. We will be filming a little bit. I'm not going to do a huge amount of filming because we've got 2 videos out on Iditarod, and I don't need to do that every year. But we are also going to be doing something very special for one of our viewers today.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, I'm going to go more about that later on this afternoon as we hit the trail. But
Yep.
it's, yeah, I may cry. Just put it that way.
Bill's with us.
Yes, we are going to have an excellent adventure with our
Yes,
friend Bill.
With our friend Bill.
All right. We will check back in somewhere on the trail or even at
Wherever.
the race course.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome to the 2024 Iditarod. We have found our spot right along the trail, and I am doing something very special for a viewer friend that reached out in Halloween last year. She asked if I could ask our followers on our RVing to Alaska group if I could help spread her husband's ashes. And I thought that's kind of weird to ask a whole bunch of people to do, but why not me do it? So everyone, meet Bill Noe. I have about 26 of these vials, so that means I have 26 adventures to share Alaska with Bill. This was his dying wish to get back to Alaska, and okay, that's kind of cool. Trying not to cry. It was Bill's dying wish to get back to Alaska, and unfortunately he died during COVID. Not of COVID, but he never made it back. And so I told Felicia, his wife, I would do everything in my power to take Bill on some amazing adventures. So today, Bill is gonna be spread on the Iditarod Trail, and my hopes is his ashes will be picked up by the paws of the pups and taken all the way to Nome. I mean, of course, he's not going to make it all the way to Nome, but the thought is there, and I just think it was special. Now, the next question, 2 more planes are landing. Oh. Which way is the wind blowing? I don't feel any wind, do you?
I don't feel any wind. Bill should be good to go.
I'm not going to spread all of him because I want to kind of see where the dogs go. But
Yeah, that's his first spreading.
so, Bill, this is to your life and your next chapter. And yeah. I guess. Here we go. Ready? Oh, they're cheering Bill. Okay, here we go.
Cheers, Bill.
I'm gonna make sure some doggies go over it. For sure. Oh gosh. For sure, a dog will go over Bill's ashes. That was kind of a long spread.
Yeah, it was.
So here's to one of many adventures in Alaska with Bill. Bill's excellent adventure.
Cheers, Bill. Cheers, Bill. Good luck on your journey.
I need a beer.
Yeah, you do.
Here's to Bill. Oh, that's good.
You want one? I want one more.
I might have to.
Which one's yours?
All right. All right, it's 4:13 and we see the first team. They are coming in, yeah. I have to shoot still, so, but pretty exciting. The start of the Iditarod 2024. Wrong way.
They're going the wrong way. He's trying to get them going the right way.
Okay, there he is.
I was gonna say, I know he knows.
Woohoo! Oh, man down.
All right.
Safe journey!
There you go. Well, with a little detour, there goes the first team.
All right.
Look at those puppies.
Run.
Good luck. Way to go. It's Millie, right?
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, way to go.
Woo! Have a good race.
What's for dinner?
Oh man, you gotta love it. Some shredded pork or pulled pork tacos. I spent the last 24 hours babying this pork shoulder, and we're finally getting a chance to get into it, and it is delicious.
Perfect. All right, you can see that dark line right there. That's Bill. And he's been getting a lot of love. A lot of people have enjoyed Bill. Enjoy your journey. What you got there, Miss Bobby?
Some hot buttered rum.
Yeah, great. Apple cider!
could be the very last team of Iditarod 2024. Let's cheer them on. Hi, puppies. Best of luck. Well, here we are, 2024 Iditarod. So magical. And with my friend Bill.
Hi, Bill.
And Bill is definitely going on some puppy paws to Nome. So special. Alicia, I just want to say thank you for entrusting me with this very important thing to do with Bill. Did I think it was weird when I first accepted the request? A little bit, but I thought it'd be really cool, and I have to say, I'm glad I did it. It's not every day you get a chance to honor someone's life like this, so thank you for entrusting me to honor Bill's life. So this is just the very beginning of many adventures to come here in Alaska over the next year. So here's to you, Bill.
Into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line. I guess we couldn't see, somehow we couldn't feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high. But I remember days I wonder we were always gonna last. Yeah, I do remember tears and the laughter. How could we fall so fast?
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever we post again. And lastly, we hope that you will join us here next time on Living Free Alaska.